Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Closing Comments here on July 15th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what happened in the markets today. First up, we got our August live cattle on the board. Did see nice recovery efforts here today with this August contract rallying back and recovering Monday's losses, getting a close back above that prior day's high, as well as our bull pivot here at 222.37. Bulls looking like they're getting a good thing going here. Nice recovery, nice strong close, and looking to carry this momentum into tomorrow and get this market rolling back to new all-time highs as we go into the rest of the week. We have seen this market over the last 4 days trading here between 219 and 223, seeing good back and forth. So if we do see this market fall back down below this bull pivot at 222.37, we could see this thing continue to chop sideways at the moment. But good recovery efforts here today, looking for the bulls to keep this thing pushing higher. And we do expect to see bids above today's high here at 222.75 to get this market rolling back up here into the mid 220s and beyond, as this big picture uptrend remains intact, and we should see this upside to continue. Over to the feeder market now. Did see this August feeder contract also recovering a little bit of ground here today. A little bit weaker than that fat cattle market, but still good upside here, staying right inside that prior day's range. Nice close up there near the highs at 322.50. Bulls want to see this thing carry above today's high at 322.70. From there, we should see this thing start to push back up here towards these prior highs between 325 and 327. This is going to be a spot we want to see this market push back up, get above that bull pivot, and see this thing carry higher up into the 330 area as this big picture option remains intact here. Look for the feeders to keep pushing if we get some continued upside in the fat cattle market as well. We should see this thing continue to drift higher and work back towards new all-time highs. At the moment, we do still want to be cautious of this bear pivot here at 318.65. Multi-day lows coming in here, showing a nice line in the sand getting drawn. So if we do, in the event of offers below 318.65, we could see this thing turn into pullback territory and see price settle back down here towards this 20-day moving average and this prior swing high right around the 314 area. That's going to be the next stopping point if we do break that bear pivot, but look for the bulls to carry on this uptrend here in the next couple days and close out the week on a high note. Heading over to the corn market now. Today we saw a little bit more upside in this December corn contract. Did see price showing good back and forth here today. Did see most of that downside was in the overnight session. Nice strong opening range breakout there at the 7:30 Mountain Time open, breaking from 414 all the way up to 424, showing a good strong push here by the bulls after spending some time down here at oversold territory. Nice little snapback, looking for this thing to show a little bit of a relief rally here, coming back up into our moving averages. Look for the bulls to continue pushing here above 418. This upside should be limited. However, we do have multiple areas that we expect resistance to come in, anywhere from this 430 to 434 area. We're going to see resistance at this gap and all the way up to this prior breakdown level at 434 and this declining 50-day moving average. If we do get above this 20-day moving average, we do expect to see resistance step in up there. However, we will be waiting to see how this market reacts once we touch this 20-day moving average at 425. The bears still remain in control in this market. Look for them to continue pressing it lower. Just going to have to wait and see how they respond during this relief rally here. Look for a price to balance out anywhere in this 425 to 434 area, and bears should continue pushing this thing back down towards the $4 mark. Over to the crude oil market now. Pretty quiet day over here in the crude oil market. Price just trading in a pretty quiet, tight range here, about a 90-cent range here today, trading back and forth between the 20 and 50-day moving averages, undercutting that bear pivot there to 66.5, but just continuing this choppy theme in this oil market. Seeing a flush beyond both the bull and bear pivots here this week. Expect this choppy action to continue. We need to see a close beyond either one of these levels to confirm any new direction, but in the meantime, look for this oil market to continue a nice low volatility chop and stay pretty range bound here in the mid to high 60s. Now over to the equity side of things. Each of our indexes given back a little bit of ground here today. Did see a new all-time high printed up there at 63.43 on the S&P futures. We did see a little bit of a breakdown here coming in late. Price pushing all the way back down towards this current range's lows. We've been trading over the last about 5 to 7 days here in between 62.60 and the 63.30 area. Seeing good back and forth here. Close down here on the lows of the day. We need to see a follow through below our bear pivot here at 62.60 to get this pullback underway. In the event of a breakdown here, we do expect to see dips as buying opportunities, so be ready to deploy some capital if we see this market pull back down here into these moving averages. We should see dips be buying opportunities here in the indexes as the stock market remains healthy and strong. Another all-time high here as well in the Nasdaq up there at 23,222. We're losing all that ground and closing on the lows here as well today. Breakdowns below today's low, below 23,000. We should see this thing pull back here towards this 20-day moving average. Once again, dips are buying opportunities. The Dow is the weakest of the bunch, giving back some ground and just coming in here, almost reaching this 20-day moving average. Look for the Dow to be finding some support down here in this level. Wait for these markets to balance out and continue their upside in the next couple weeks here as this uptrend remains intact. Be looking for this stock market to continue rallying into new all-time highs. Look for the Dow to play catch-up here and start making some new all-time highs here over the next couple weeks. But in the meantime, expect a more low volatility chop here in the S&P until we get a nice clear and close beyond either one of our pivots. That's all we got for this evening. Everyone have a good night.